Welcome to Chosen Nation Sports. This is your boy Mujeri White, just an ordinary guy discussing the beautiful game as I know it. Yeah, welcome to her last week of football club action. I think we're getting ready for Qatar. We're getting ready for the World Cup that's coming up in the next the next 5 days. And Sunday it kicks off Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup, which will see the host hosting Ecuador. That's Ecuador. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. I'm so sorry guys, I didn't record the preview show. Flu ela pile mata. On the last show I was not well. Let know I'm still but anyways, yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's start with the Carling Blake Label Cup. Carling Blake Label Cup that used to participate only Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. No, Blake Label tried something new. They thought of engaging all 16 teams of the league. I think it's something that we've all been crying for. I remember also sending a tweet out saying, I miss the days of the Telkom Community Shield. That was it called that back then. Telkom Community Shield, whereby you get your telephone card, you load it with airtime, you go to your phone and you call, and then you vote for your favorite team. Whereas this time around, you have to actually buy a black label, enter the code, and all that shenanigans. So yeah, you had to vote for your team. 4 teams were selected: Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs, and Amazulu. And after that, you have to select your starting lineup as well. After that, you have to select your captain for the day. After that, you have to select your man of the match. So Black Label made a lot of sales this day. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the first game of the tournament, which saw Mamelodi Sundowns thrashing Amazulu 3-0. Guys, yeah. So Mamelodi Sundowns dominated the game from the word go. Amazulu were nowhere to be found. It was like Mamelodi Sundowns, Navanele, a training game. They dominated from the middle field up front to the back. That we saw a beautiful goal by Surprise Ralane, a chip over. It's a chip or Kela. Yeah, chip or Kela. I think Velimuta needs to work on that. I think for me, he needs to work on those things because of Lesaling beat him with the same ball. I think he doesn't really know or the poster in fella guy and where they are on the top, because it's almost a similar goal to so I think he needs to improve on that, especially going forward if he wants to be one of Bafana's number one, because at the moment it's Rowan Williams. So I think he needs to work on that. Amazulu didn't come to the party. Midfield was dead. They had 1 or 2 chances, but not much to trouble that Mamelodi Sundowns team. So 3-0 scoreline. Mamelodi Sundowns through to the final without even having to sweat. They could have even scored more. The second game, Orlando Pirates, Soweto Derby, Kaizer Chiefs, goalless draw. VAR, I don't know. We were told VAR was going to be tested, not used, tested, but we never saw any of that. Kaizer Chiefs got robbed a goal. My team got robbed a goal. A clear goal at Duplessis that was ruled offside. And we could all see clearly he was not offside. It was a goal, a legal goal that we for. We could have won the game, we could have gone to the final. Maybe we could have given Mamelodi Sundowns a run for their money. But we never know. But yeah, the referee coming to the spotlight. For me, I thought it was a balanced game. I think Chiefs really know how to beat. For me, that's me. Have your say as well. That's for me. I think Chiefs have a way to dominate Orlando Pirates, especially in the midfield. Going forward, we were the one team that created most chances. Orlando Pirates on the day, for me, didn't create enough chances, to be honest. They didn't create enough chances. We created enough chances. We could have won that game the first half or normal time without even going to the penalties. If we had been clinical in front of goal, if we had made the right passes at the right time. I thought Billet was wasteful. I thought he held the ball instead of releasing it. Bafana Balbaita Shabalala Zwane, they brought something fresh to the team. They played with confidence. On the parade. It was as if like they were playing in the MDC where they play usually, but they brought something fresh. They showed confidence on the ball. For me, going forward, others want need to really give these boys a run for them. And I remember telling you guys, sorry, the reason why they were playing, they were busy regarding the exams, but hopefully, in December, when we come back, they're done with the exams, so we can put them in, introduce them more to the game. I felt Dolly was not really impacting the game, and Gosipil Novo as well. I thought for me, Njabulo, is it Njabulo? Yeah, Njabulo Novo. Njabulo Novo. For me, he played a shift left back, a right back, sorry. And for me, I thought he did good, especially if he's a centre back. He had to track Saleng, he had to mark Saleng. Obviously, Saleng got the better of him 3-4 chances, and he crossed the ball into the box. But for me, he did well, especially if he's not a recognized right back, a centre back playing that position. He made even runs made 4 runs. He made a run into the box, almost created a chance for the forwards as well. So for me, he didn't do a really bad job. Obviously, he was substituted second half, but he did really, yeah, okay. And then Orlando Pirates on the day, I felt they were flat. I felt like they were still celebrating the MTN 8. I felt by Timur nah, we don't want to play your cup. We've got the MTN 8. They didn't come to the party, guys. Even the final, they didn't really show Bayern winner that cup. It was like the coach said to them, guys, go have fun. Or it's not even go have fun. For some sort, I don't understand why Nabatala the way they did. But anyways, the MTN champions, maybe they didn't need the black label. Going to the final, obviously, Mamelodi Sundowns trashing Orlando Pirates, 4 of the best. Guys, I think as a Kaizer Chiefs fan, it hurts me to say this, and I think a lot of us we don't want to accept it. It's a hard pill to swallow. But Mamelodi Sundowns are in a league of their own. Like, look at the final. Look at what they did to Orlando Pirates. Obviously, some would say the red card really played a role in how the game turned out. But guys, there's a 1-2 touch. Everybody glitzing. I think it was Maela and who's the guy? Dominguez. And then 1-2, and they were into the box, and then a keeper saved the ball. And from there, it was never in doubt that Mamelodi Sundowns were going to win the game. It was never in doubt. Orlando Pirates, on the day, they were dismantled by that Mamelodi Sundowns. And remember, Mamelodi Sundowns played 2 teams. Amazulu, they played a different team. Pirates, they played a different team, but obviously 1 or 3, 4 players were there. But guys, Mamelodi Sundowns are in the league of their own. I think the sooner we realize this, the sooner we can come back to our teams, work it out, try and see what's the problem, and maybe we can get it right. I am not sure. Maybe we can get it right. I'm not sure. But yeah, for me, Mamelodi Sundowns, a league on its own. We still have a long way to go to catch them. But yeah, congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns, the Black Label, calling Black Label Champions 2022. So yeah. Now let's go to the EPL. Remember, these are the last games. Manchester City versus Brentford. You know, I was watching that game. Ne? From the very first half, the first 10 minutes, I was like, Manchester City today, are they in trouble? Are they in shit today? Because the way Brentford were attacking them, you could see they were not in the World Cup. They were like, okay, these guys are going to the World Cup. They're going to take it easy. So it is our chance. They attacked them from the first minute. They went in on Manchester City. They got 2 chances in the first 5 minutes, which they didn't take, which Edison made a brilliant save, denying Tony, but he couldn't be denied. A long ball, a free kick, headed it home, 1-0. Manchester City equalized. Brentford on the counter, because we all thought, Manchester City had the ball position. We thought, in Cargo Manchester City goal. The team that has to score, the team that is like when Halangara it has to score, it was Manchester City. But counter attack, they broke Tony Ayale, Whisper, and then it was 2-1 to Brentford. on the day, last minute, 90 plus minutes, Brentford beating uh, Manchester City 2-1. So that means Manchester City now, they're losing grip on Arsenal. Arsenal are now flying away. They're 5 points clear. 5 points clear at the top. So come Christmas, come Boxing Day, Arsenal will be top of the league. And they played to a 2-0 draw, 2-0 win over over Wolves. Odegaard getting the 2 goals. Gabriel Jesus. I know we've been praising Arsenal, that they're playing well, they're winning games, but their striker hasn't scored in like 5 games now. I think that's a worrying thing for Mikel Arteta, that his number 9 is not scoring. He's actually depending on his wingers, his number 10 to score, but his number 9 is not really score. He like 5 games without scoring. Parties, Shaka is scoring, Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, but his number 9 is not scoring. I think it should be worrying Mikel Arteta that his number 9 is not scoring, but convincing 2-0 winners on the day, sitting pretty at the top. Going into this international break, this long international break, the World Cup break, sitting 5 points clear of their nearest rivals, which is Manchester City. So yeah, will Arsenal be able to maintain the spirit coming back for the World Cup? Will the World Cup disturb the momentum going forward? We'll see. Only time will tell. But so far, so good. Mikel Arteta, well done. Job well done. I never say this a lot, but job well done. Number 1 on the table, so we'll see. Tottenham, what a game! What a game at the Tottenham Stadium. A 4-3 scoreline against Leeds United. You know, I thought Leeds were gonna beat Tottenham, to be honest, because Calabria is the last time. Tottenham, for me, they're not convincing. You never know which side will turn up. They've been like Baruk, because now I think they've been scored like 10 goals in the last 3-4 matches. But they managed to grind a result. A 4-3 at the end. 4-3 winners against Leeds United. I think Solimatch. Is it March? I don't want to get his name wrong. The Leeds coach. I know he's from the United States. Let me just get his name. Let me just get him. It's United Manager. JC March. I was close. So JC March, I think he needs to look over his shoulder. The results haven't been coming his way. I think he might be the next coach to go. So we'll see how the run turns out. Liverpool 3-1 over Southampton. Top side getting a much needed win against Southampton. Remember, they're not there yet. For me, I wouldn't call them title challengers yet. There's still inconsistency in that team. I don't know it's whether they're missing key players in key positions, but this is not the Liverpool that we need. Or maybe now it is coming expire. You need to every year you need to renew it. Like your license, your driving license, every 5 years you need to renew it. Maybe they need to renew how they play. Maybe they need to tweak a few things and that. But we'll see after the World Cup. But Nunes is finally getting a brace. So we'll see what happens. Graham Potter's side going 1-0 to Newcastle United. A rejuvenated Newcastle United. Guys, I've been saying this and I'm gonna say again, we need to give credit where it's due. Eddie Hall, since he came into this Newcastle team, they've been a different team. Remember, he found them this year, January. They were bottom of the table, fighting relegation, to now a top 4 team. It's just amazing how a 11 month period can do to a team. January fighting relegation. Come November, the international World Cup break, they're sitting 3rd on the table. Above Liverpool, above Chelsea, above Manchester United, above Tottenham. So, guys, I cannot call about we really need to give credit where it's due. There's 7 points of the leaders. There are 2 points of Manchester City. So anyhow, the job that he's been doing on Newcastle has been impressive. That's why they don't have Isak. Colin Wilson just came back from the bench. Sorry. Just came back from injury. And that's what, like, we need to give credit to it. Almiron, that boy is on fire. I think he's scored now in his fourth game now. Bruno Almiron, what's the other one? Let me tell you a little bit. But you can see the work that Eddie Hall has been doing there. Captain Fantastic, Kevin Trippier. A lot of people said he went to Newcastle to get a paycheck, but you can see now the team spirit, the leadership skills that he's doing with that team. A well-deserved World Cup call-up to the England team. Newcastle, for me, are a team to beat. And now they've got wealthy owners. Imagine if they go into the Champions League. How many players can they really attract now? It means as Manchester United, with our nonsense lasers owners, we are in trouble. Liverpool, obviously Liverpool, they're up for sale. So the new owners, I heard it's rich owners as well. So what about Man United remove trade? We are really in deep shit if we don't get those guys out of our club. We can't compete. So I knew. So yeah, going to the last game of the weekend. Fulham versus Manchester United at Craven Cottage. Manchester United winning by 2-1. Courtesy of a late winner from Garnacho. The 18-year-old scores his first Premier League goal for Manchester United in the dying minutes of the match at Craven Cottage and celebrate with the iconic shirt celebration reading Lionel Messi, reading Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, Manchester United had to win that game to keep track of the top four. We opened the score. Eric said we could have scored 2, 3, 4 goals. They brought in Dame James, our former player. Yes. Hey. Martinez and Luke Shaw had their hands full because that guy can sprint. And he scored the equalizer. They could have scored more. They went for it. Sorry. They went for it. They thought they were going to win that game. I thought substitution, Martial for Scott. It was a bad move from Turner. But I understand Natrawira tried to compact midfielder because he thought he's losing the game there. But it almost cost us the game because now you're shifting Bruno to the side, whereas he was very poor on the side. Naira Luton, not shots. Bruno on the side is not, he doesn't have to. But ask that, ask him, believe. He started losing ball. The goal that we conceded is because he tried because Bolognese, he tried to keep it in play and he lost it. And then they went on the attack and they scored. He lost a lot of passes. He loves the champagne pass. I don't understand why Bruno are rather the champagne pass. Sometimes simple football does it. Simple football wins it. But the substitute that he got right was putting in Garnacho in, and then he came up with a winning goal. So we needed a teenager from the bench to come and score for us. Obviously, Martial, Anthony, Sancho, Ronaldo, they were all in. So, but we now know today what happened with Ronaldo. But yeah, should I touch on it? I don't feel like talking that away Ronaldo because for me, I've said this before on the page before. I've said, you've heard me before saying what I felt Ronaldo was disrespected by Ten Hag. You can't say to a player that I'm gonna use it. You are the most important player in my team, and then I felt on bench, and then I'm like, you benching someone with 5 Ballon d'Ors. You bench someone with 5 Champions Leagues. I don't know how many league titles, how many goals. 700 to be exact. 700 goals. You benching him. A UEFA Nations League winner. A Euro winner. You benching him. And then you think he would not react. I think there's a... damn, I don't have... There's a quote that I love that says, I may be the greatest player of all, but I am still a human. I think that's what we do as football fans. We tend to forget that football players, sometimes they're humans. They've got feelings, and sometimes they will tend to react. It is not a good look, but after all, they're humans. So there's been a whole lot said about Ronaldo this week. There's a documentary or an interview that's gonna come out on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 90-minute long, where he's gonna iron out all the things that's been happening for Manchester United, where he's gonna talk about the relationship here highly Manchester. Obviously, the famous quote that everyone quotes is that I don't respect Eric Ten Hag because he doesn't respect me, which for me, it's somehow right. If you don't respect me, you can't expect me to respect you. And respect is end. Well, for start. So anyways, we will hear what happens. I don't want to dwell too much on it because we don't know the full stories, because we've had only snippets of what he said. And sometimes these snippets can be taken out of context and we think he said this because of this. But if we get the full story behind what we're writing, and then we'll understand why was he saying what he said. So I don't want to dwell too much on it. So yeah, we'll see that. So this was the last football week. 5 days to come. Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button there. Okay, on Friday, not Friday, the end of the week, we do the FIFA World Cup preview. I'm gonna share my favorite team. I'm gonna share who I think should have been in the squad, who I think should have not been selected in the squad. So yeah, and we'll do the preview of the first games, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll obviously chat about the World Cup, the preview, the reactions, and all that. So yeah, until we meet again, remember, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it. I'm out.